The doctor is in. We love to put our feet in the sand here in Florida, but did you know walking barefoot and wearing minimal shoes, especially when running or walking, can help your feet? Podiatrist Dr. Splichal and the CEO of Xero Shoes, Steven Sashen, join us now with why barefooting might not be a bad idea. Welcome to Bloom, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what are the benefits of being barefoot or wearing a minimal shoe?
Well, the simple thing is doing what's natural is always going to be better than doing something that gets in the way of doing what's natural. So there's research that shows that merely walking in a pair of truly minimalist shoes, something that lets your feet bend and flex and move, can build foot muscle strength as much as doing a foot exercise program. Now, I'm not saying that everyone should be barefoot, but if you walk or run barefoot, you can actually learn what kind of form issues you have that may make it easier to walk or run better, because frankly, doing it wrong hurts and doing it right feels great.
Yeah, and another thing is, and I'm guilty of having the clunky cross-training shoes and running shoes, and I almost feel, or maybe I'm just using it as an excuse, but it feels like I've got bricks on my feet, and it discourages me a lot of times from being as active as I probably should be. So what would you say to those of us that are still hanging on to the old school shoes?
Well, I'm of course biased. I got to jump on this one. I'd say get a pair of Xero shoes because we make these so light and so comfortable. We've actually had people email saying they went to bed still wearing them because they forgot they had them on.
Ah, I've heard you can leave your hat on, but not your shoes on. So should everyone consider wearing a minimalist shoe?
I think that a lot of foot types will benefit from wearing a minimal shoe, but as a medical professional, there are exceptions to every rule, but that doesn't mean that people should be scared of trying the minimal shoes. It's about dose appropriateness and really building that foundational strength as you transition into the minimal shoes.
So, doctor, what are some of the myths of going barefoot? And could you talk to us about some of the health benefits of like learning to use your foot and incorporate it into your everyday movement along with your body?
Yeah, absolutely. So our feet are our body's foundation, which means those muscles need to be strengthened, just like our core, our back, our shoulders, all other muscle groups. As Steven had mentioned, wearing minimal shoes has actually been demonstrated in research to actually strengthen feet. If people want to incorporate barefoot movement and barefoot stimulation, I encourage that as well. You could start by walking around your home barefoot. You can participate in barefoot workouts such as Pilates and yoga. And then a big recommendation of mine is that you need to release your feet every day. So just connect to the feet through sensory stimulation, releasing the feet, strengthening the feet, and then ideally transitioning to minimal shoes.
So, Steven, when we're out there trying to figure out what shoe is best, I mean, what's the fit we're looking for? Should it feel like you are walking barefoot?
Ideally, you just want to have as close to a natural experience as possible. I mean, for example, this is a typical running shoe. Is this the shape of your foot? It's not. And if it is, it shouldn't be. And it's only from squeezing into things that look like this. So what you want is something first and foremost that'll let your toes spread and relax and splay and do what's natural. You want something low to the ground for balance and agility. You don't want to elevate your heel. That messes with your posture. You want something flexible enough to handle the fact that you have a quarter of the bones and joints of your entire body in your feet and ankles. And you want a sole that's going to give you the protection and traction that you need, but still give you that ground feedback that's telling your brain what's happening with your feet so it knows how to move the rest of your body enjoyably and effectively.
And doctor, what are some of the health cons, I guess I should say, of wearing an athletic shoe that's not right for your foot?
Yeah, so as Steven had mentioned, something about that shape, that's where we start to get bunions, hammer toes. Actually, neuromas can be associated with improper fitting shoes or a lack of a natural foot shape. You can also get plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and stress fractures if you are sensory disconnected from your feet, or if the foot muscles are actually weaker because of chronic use of supportive shoes.
All right, so from the sounds of it, it's cool to walk around barefoot. I might need an extra pedicure here or there, and then try to wean yourself off the clunky shoes. I really appreciate you both joining us on Bloom today.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, for more information, you can visit xeroshoes.com, and we'll be back with more Bloom right after this. Stick around.